We are here with Josh, Mr. Top 8 with the skillless red Goku deck, and we're about to go through all of this deck and talk about the differences and the mindset and the matchups and all this other stuff. But hey, Josh, want to introduce yourself?
I'm Josh. Had a great time over the weekend. I pretty much played this the entire weekend. I actually didn't want to play this day 2. I wanted to play Dende AOD, but forgot my child wishes, and every single person in Vegas of our Vegas group also didn't bring them. So decided to just play the same deck because the line was getting pushed, and I didn't want to not play.
You know what? I probably should have gave you mine because I didn't end up playing my Shenron Genyu.
Well,
I think about
it's a good thing that you didn't.
Yeah. So, shout out to Russell, who actually did bring the AOD, and Henry. You saw that? You saw that deck, right?
Yeah. I was on table 2. He was on table 1. That was a fun match to watch.
That's some crazy stuff. So let's go through this. So red, okay. A lot of standard stuff, but why red?
So I feel like the other 2 variants are they're slower in their own way and or don't have advantage in the mirror match, and in my opinion, or how I saw everything going down, I knew that the Kid Qs were going to be everywhere. So I prepared as if 50% of the format was Kid Q, and luckily I did that because 80% of my matches.
I was about to say, so you played teams for it, and then as well as singles. And
teams, there was 6 rounds. I went against 4 Kid Qs and 1 Super Shenron, 1 Broly BR.
Fun stuff. Singles, so about the same.
In singles, it was about the same. Okay. So match 1 was against Slug. If anyone knows matchup,
Slug doesn't really beat this.
I rolled high, and that means I went first against Slug game 1, so there's no chance for him to win.
Yeah.
Game 2, I did a really nasty play, which was, I felt dirty about it because I knew I already had the victory being Kid Goku vs Slug, but I think it was the funniest play I possibly could have done. I'll explain it later.
Okay.
But after that, I went against 4 Kid Gokus in a row.
That's tight.
Yeah, and I 2-0'd every single one.
That's good.
Luckily, I've gone against this guy right here.
Yeah.
Non-stop Kid Ku versus Kid Ku, and he is like the only person that I think I've had a hard time against.
Yeah.
As Kid Ku.
You know it.
That being said, I knew exactly what to do in the mirror matches, and a lot of people do not know how to go against the red because it's a completely different game.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah.
And so you had 1 Slug, 4, and then what was the last match?
Slug, 4 Kid Qs, and then Broly BR, which I got stomped by that guy because he opened the ultimate every single game.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
So there is nothing I could have done. I got him to 1 life. I got him to 3 life. My turn 2, with him having no field, and he Frieza called both games.
How nice.
So I just had to shoot in the dark and hope that he didn't have the Frieza call or the ultimate, and he had both games.
That's a bummer. Well, on the bright side, we can at least go through the deck. Again, you placed top.
I placed 9th in Swiss, and then top 8 because there was no actual standings in
5th.
in the top 16.
Yeah.
I should have gotten top 4, but I was very, very tired, and I misplayed big time my final game of the second match.
Yeah.
I forgot to draw with leader 3 turns in a row.
Wow.
Outside of that, I misplayed 1 time in 2 days before doing that huge misplay, which luckily I still won the game that I misplayed in Swiss. So
that's good. Well,
that said,
let's kind of go through the deck. This is a little reversed, but let's go through the normal stuff, right? So we got 6 4-star balls. As soon as you told me that you had 6, I wanted to be like, why? There were some top lists, I will say. Looking back at it, they did have six balls, but
so my thought process behind it was originally this was the card that kept switching over and over and over every time that I thought about the deck.
Okay.
And at one point, it was just an extra vanilla. I put Mr. Boo because I thought it was funny.
Just the troll.
It was an extra negate being a Aetorade because it's just another power burst. It's a little weaker, but still, sometimes 5 negates are good, but I never felt like it was needed. So I went with 6 4-star balls.
Okay, and this worked out for you.
And it worked out really well for me. I actually still opened with 0 Gokus and 0 4-star.
I still don't understand how you did how you did that. But
I don't know, but the next 2 cards that I drew were always one of them.
I see.
So it's because of this ratio, I believe.
Okay. So 6 4-star balls. Of course, those who don't know, 5K for regular battle combo power, right? And then 10K for vanilla, and then we have all the SBRs. Just show those off there.
Yeah, I worked real hard to get there.
Yeah. Of course, gets a 4-star ball, activate main. Another one is 3 or less for vanilla, right? So we got 4 of those for the Android 8s.
Yeah, Android 8, I've heard a lot of people talking about lowering him to 3.
I play 3.
I think that makes sense in the other variants because you do other things than board control, but this one is primarily a board control deck.
Yeah, and combo power, like a lot of just combo
So
power.
The only non-combo power that I play is Power Burst, but even that is combo power because you're negating for free and you're getting combo power for using it.
Right.
Usually a +2 of combo power because your life.
Yeah, in the best circumstances.
Yeah.
Right.
Back to the 4-star ball, I almost put mine.
Okay.
Because it's just like having a 6th Dragon Ball. But the thing is, my is just a one and done. I didn't like that.
Yeah, just like Dende in yellow. Right?
Yeah, by putting a 6 4-star ball, I felt better about charging 2 to 3 4-star balls, and I think that's actually what won me most games. I was constantly searching my energy, so I never had to worry about it. And then the last 3 or 4, I was constantly getting back, and it was hard for people to deal with that because they would swing at me, I'd combo out. I never lost life when I didn't want to.
That's good. Okay, so for 6, 4 negates, that's obvious to get the 1-drops and anything else back.
And then over to the vanillas, I'm going to move these for a second.
That's no problem.
I played 11.
Okay.
4 Grandpa Gohans because the 30K, you want to have 4 so that you could charge at least one of them.
Makes sense.
As well as being able to combo them and seeing them in your deck as well as your drops so that you can summon them.
Right.
Then I play 3 of the 2-drop because I only play 2 of the Krillin.
Yeah.
A lot of people are playing 3 or 4 Krillin and 5 of the 2-drop. That makes sense for them. But the way I'm running the deck, I felt like 2 and 3 was perfect. I saw the Krillin every time I wanted to see it, and I saw the 2-drops every time I wanted to see it. So I have no complaints there.
Okay.
The 1-drop Kid Gokus.
Yep, and then the 4 Chi-Chi over here. So those who don't know,
so
Peter Katani.
I thought it first.
Yeah, let's try to save it. We were just trying to save this red build for that, and Peter Katani put it out. It's okay. I'll talk about it. For those who don't know, it's a barrier 1-drop. And then when you combo it, you get to draw and you play out this guy, right?
Yeah.
Why is that so good?
So the reason it's so good is back to Android 8. And that's the reason that you play 4 and you will never go down to 3 in a red build.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So originally, the way that I was playing it, I guess I was getting used to people who have slower decks, but I wasn't swinging with Son Goku ever.
Yeah.
I was just using them as pop fodder. And I realized, holy crap, these are really good at progressing.
Yeah.
So
because you just play this, you combo, you draw, you get that, you pop that, and then you have this one around here already.
From what I've heard over the weekend, everyone was going into time against Kid Goku, and I was finishing 20-30 minutes early.
Like the mirror?
Every mirror. And that's
my last round would have been a mirror if it didn't work out the way it did.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a grind game when you're in the mirror, but this turns into a grind until 4 energy, and then you just roll the opponent.
Yeah.
So
it makes more sense.
the way that I was using Chi-Chi, I feel like is the reason that I was winning most games is in the mirror match, they always play this, get their ball, draw a card,
100%.
pass.
Yeah.
Me, if I opened a Dragon Ball or a Goku, I wouldn't do that. I'd instead play a Chi-Chi turn 1.
Okay.
Because the mirror match is a tempo game. It doesn't matter if you have more cards than your opponent early, so
Yeah.
I didn't need to search the Dragon Balls. So I'd play this, and although I didn't get a draw on my first turn one or two times, maybe 3, I would play this, go aggressive, draw a card after getting this, so she's a +2. So she is Red's version of I'm a world champion, but it summons something to the field. So for your I'm a world champion, now you get to swing more.
Yeah, not only that, but you have an extra swing, you have an extra pop, and you actually have an extra 10k combo, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I was doing that, people were getting really annoyed that they weren't awoken yet, and I was swinging with 2 to 4 of these, like turn 2. And that said, they started attacking them,
Yeah.
and then after they would start attacking them over to the Self-Awakener,
Yeah.
I'd play these after they started aggressing my Gokus because
Right.
they thought that, oh, I could stall him by not attacking leader because he's swinging with Son Goku.
Exactly.
So then I would get pretty much free crits on them, and I would obviously try as hard as I could to get off the double chompas on them. I was playing 3 double chompas. I only put this in like 10 minutes ago because it got it foiled.
Okay. All right, then.
The Roshi super combos, I started playing more and more Overrealm in this deck the more I played it.
And I think it's more effective not only to play Overrun, but also to have this guy.
Yeah, for sure. Originally I was playing less Overrealm and I was playing the Temporal Trunks, but that was because I didn't like the fact that if I got Demigod, they got to use my super combo.
Yeah.
But I think it's better to just win before they Demigod or
true.
prepare for the Demigod.
Yeah, and for you, it's just an alternative win con.
Yeah. So this actually did a lot of work even outside of the outside of the mirror match.
Yeah. Did you run this before or after my build?
So I ran it after your build. I got wrecked. I need to do this. In the way that I viewed it was, sometimes I would get negated and I had one open energy, so the double champas could not go into effect.
Right.
So what I started doing is I would charge 1. People only ever play 2 or 3, so in their head, oh, he doesn't have the double champa because I saw him use 1 already. Let's negate more attacks in case he has that 3rd one.
Right.
And then when they negate all the attacks and tap out, I would slap this guy on board, and he's my new double champa.
Right. I actually won one of my games with this. It's crazy. And with the Battering, because he's a 1 cost, 20k, double striker, and then Battering is just, Battering. It's just really good.
And then over to him, I mainboarded him because of the mirror match, because of the Broly, because of the baby.
Yeah.
There's too many things in this format for him to kill. For me to not play him in the main. Also, he's a 0/5.
Yeah, for 25, yes. The actual effect, if you just put away the effect, is bleh. But for 5 Overrealm and then a 25 attacker, it's just really good.
Yeah, I won a couple games simply because he is a free Overrealm 25k.
Yeah.
And then after that, if I got to it, I played Demigod. I think I summoned him twice in the entire weekend. I summoned him twice.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if we went over it, but my record day 1, outside of my team's record, because we actually didn't do too well, I went undefeated in the.
shout out to Michael.
And then day 2, I went undefeated until the final match.
Yeah.
Like I said, I got slaughtered by the ultimate in opening hand 2 games in a row.
Right. Okay. Now,
So now
the sideboard, right?
over to the sideboard.
So we got the 3TN for Janemba.
This was my least favorite card
Only because you didn't play any
in
Janemba
the
or Blue
sideboard
leaders, right?
because I saw 0 blue leaders
Wow.
and 0 red leaders
And
to
then-
use him as an aggressor.
Cronoa, you gotta respect the Shigesh, right?
Gotta respect the Shigesh. I went against a Broly yellow, actually.
Yeah, in teams, right?
No. I forgot to mention this.
Oh, okay.
So I went against Broly yellow the
that is-
second
that
to
is
last
only,
match.
Yeah, that was only 5 then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Oh yeah, that was Hide Mastery, right?
No, he was a 1-2 swap. He was really good. He was my only game loss
Okay.
until the final match.
Right.
So I beat him 2-1. Everyone
Okay.
else I 2-0'd.
Okay.
He did not play the Shigesh, but I did side it in because he only ever super comboed me 3 times per game. So I would play the Cronoa every single time just in case he was saving it to Shigesh Goku me when I go for game.
Interessante.
So I thought, why not be safe?
Okay. And then
So
these
were absolutely amazing.
just for everything, literally.
For everything.
Super Shenron, for Pan, for this. If you ever win
If you go
this.
against red.
Yeah.
It's good against Broly if you somehow get it to not die
Yeah.
by the time they have the 1-drop out.
I don't know. I
Doesn't really happen.
Yeah.
I didn't side it in against that.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's also an aggressive 15K, I won a couple games because of that. Yeah, amazing card.
Good.
Mercenary Tau.
So there's a number of things that go on with Tal, and I think Marcus Kantarsi picked up on this as well, as far as the interaction between this and a couple other things. So
Yeah, so
do you want to come back to this? when we do
I'll
this
come
one,
back
or-
to this
okay.
because I did a couple cheeky plays with it.
Okay, and then two more.
2 more Bardoks. Whenever I didn't want these in the deck, I would put these in.
Yeah.
Because they're stronger. I could double Champa it, the same that he's a 1-cost. So he is the stronger card because he has a 0-5. That is the best tag in this deck.
Yeah. 0 cost, 25k.
And then obviously the Broly matchup.
Yeah.
Sadly, the match that I went against Broly in Swiss at the final, I got cold bloodlusted every time that I played him.
That's pretty sad.
As well as every time that I played Android 8.
You know what's funny? Another reason, not to put down this or anything like that, but another reason why I played yellow is because I didn't run minus in the side, and the bad ring is technically a minus for me, so that way I can just bad ring whatever if they do this. And I got shocking death balled 3 times in a row in 1 turn.
Yeah,
Can you believe that?
That's a really big issue for the deck. I tested against it pretty non-stop weeks in advance, but can't really do too much to that other than be prepared to summon more.
Yeah. Well, don't worry about that. So that was that.
Yeah. Then the absolute MVP shout out to Adam from my locals was Time Ruler Toa. I was looking through his cards through my friend Austin's deck, and he is kind of the captain of their team.
So let's put this up a little bit. Can you hold it right there?
So I saw this in one of their sides, and I said, "Holy crap, that card exists." I'm gonna play this every single match that I ever go game 2 or game 3, which I usually won game 2 because this card is amazing. So the way that I see it is in a mirror match, you steal the Gokus. If they have the Android 8, you steal the Android 8.
Okay.
If you are being, if someone tries to get you with an answer card, everyone was citing this in against me. I was stealing them from them.
That's hilarious.
Because they do it too. I might as well take theirs and use it against them. So I basically had 5 of these in my deck.
That's hilarious.
The cheeky play that I was talking about with Tau that I ended up doing, you don't technically need this, but it made it better, was my opponent summoned 2 of these against me.
Okay.
I summoned this and took that from them.
Okay.
So that if I used my Chi-Chi to summon my Goku, I would only drop 2, not 4. So I now had that, and I had a Tau. I summoned the Chi-Chi. I summoned the Goku, I forced myself to discard 2, forced them to discard 3.
Right. Okay.
So
that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
So that was probably one of my favorite plays that I pulled off because of the Toa. If it wasn't for her, I would have discarded 4. They would have discarded 3.
Right.
But I got to discard less, so it was pretty cool.
So the reason why I mentioned that, and I think going forward, I think not only Toa is going to be a really good one in Skillless, but another just card is Tau, because if you're going against Super Shenron and then they put out a Tau and then you place out the Dark Power Mass Saiyan, you don't have a Crisis Crusher, they don't have a Crisis Crusher, they play the Tau, they summon it, and then they pitch out the targets like Preface or Youthful Bulma or Explorer Bulma, and then you warp 3 because of that. So for those who are out here, these are the big brain plays.
Tau is the king.
This is the big point.
Don't disrespect the mercenary who'll kick you in the face.
Exactly. And
that also being said, most of the time Broly players sit on the 6-drop, not the 8-drop. Summon this and win. He has barrier.
Exactly.
So yeah, don't forget about Tau. Barrier is king.
Right.
I didn't do it at all this weekend, but in practice at locals, I would constantly win by attacking with Chi-Chi because of barrier. She's just a 1-cost Tau.
Yeah.
Barrier is the best tag in the game right now.
Against Broly, anyway. If they don't have the 8-drop.
Against anything, even the near match, you swing for game on a Chi-Chi, they can't combo their Gokus away.
That's true.
So.
Okay. Well, anything that you would change then?
If I could change anything, I think I would drop one of these from the side.
Okay.
Because two is enough. I saw them almost every game when I had it in the main at 1.
You know, I cited 3 of them, and I think I agree with you.
Yeah. So the 2 things I would put for these, because of Cold Bloodlust, is Heavenly Demigra.
Yeah, that's another reason why people take that in instead of the Bardock.
Yeah, I debated it that morning, and I decided not to do that exact switch. And my losses against Broly in Swiss were because I didn't have the Demigra.
Wow, because of Cold Bloodlust.
Because of Cold Bloodlust.
Right.
If I had the Demigra, I think I would have won both of those games.
Well, there you go.
Because usually I was the one who got him to his ultimate Broly, and then because I didn't have the Demigra, I just kind of went, next game.
Ain't much you can do. Okay.
So
you feel pretty confident about the deck?
I feel very confident about the deck.
And we didn't even show the actual sleeves.
Yeah, so these
even in them.
So that people aren't cringing over this video, these are not in oversleeves because I have 2 cases.
You know what's funny? I literally just put mine, and I'm about to go buy some some oversleeves from him.
Yeah. So one of the judges saw me using this, and he verbally assaulted me. Not really.
Okay.
He was very mad at me for not having oversleeves, and I told him,
yeah,
I only had 60 because the vendors forgot to bring more, so I wasn't allowed to oversleeve them, or else I wouldn't be able to use 5 of my side deck.
Yeah, it would be pretty stupid. Because we were required to sleeve everything, basically.
Yeah. So I do have the oversleeves. I also have an extra set of these that I don't know the guy's name, but he was super cool. Someone that I met that during teams, he gave me an extra pack of the sleeves.
Oh, that's good.
So
right, awesome.
This is my extra pack.
Nice. Okay. Well, if that is it, do you have anything else? Any closing words?
I would like to shout out to all of Locals Vegas.
Whoever's here.
Over half of our players have been playing Kid Goku, so I got very, very good at the mirror match.
Of course.
Definitely shout out to Adam again for the Toa, best card in my opinion.
Of course.
I don't know if I would main her, but I think every single game too that I saw her, I only won because of that.
Yeah.
The reason I made top 8 was actually because of her. I stole 2 1-drop Brolys.
Hilarious.
Game 2 and Game 3 I won because he couldn't awaken. And then I just kind of stacked my hand until I could shotgun him.
Right.
So
cool.
Other than that, Super Shenron is kind of a hard matchup for this. You can do it, but you kind of gotta clench
Throughout the whole thing.
and hope that you don't get all of the 110s, because that's the only way that you'll lose immediately.
You just wanna combo pretty much everything you can.
But I did beat one Super Shenron this weekend, and it was only because of him. But if they have the answer, that doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Outside of that, I had a great time. I kind of knew I would do good. I didn't expect top 8.
Yeah.
But I knew I'd do good with this deck, and I didn't.
Hey man,
want
we
to play it.
gotta stop playing Jank so that way we can actually top these events.
But I'm happy that it's over so that I could go back to playing some silly shit.
Wow. Me too. Okay, well let's close it out before anybody else loses their attention span.
Yeah.
But
See you guys.
if you love it, just comment.
Sorry.
I'm sure he will let us know or let you know anything that you need to know. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Say bye, Josh.